Yo, what's good? The Collective Unfiltered back in the building live. Another episode 43. I'm one of your hosts, the lovely, the beautiful, the incredible Jaimel Johnson in the building. What's up, y'all? I'm having a great day. Lex was good.
Man, what up, everybody? That intro was everything, Bug, especially to start off Black History Month. You better do it, girl. Yes. And on top of that, we got to make it look live. I mean, Orange Mountain Designs. Make sure y'all go check them out. Your only place to get official Lady Ball gear. Alexis Hornbuckle basketball for all your basketball training needs, whether that's individual, group, or team. Also, the gold standard sports performance. That's Jaimel Jackson. And then on top of that, just pass it tutoring, and of course, our guys at Volunteer Roadshow. Listen, what I put. This is what I picked up. I went by the studio, and I got this from Bobby myself. If y'all don't go to the website and go get you one of these, you see that? I just spin it. I just sit here and think. And a very special guest.
Put it on the wall and slap
it. Introduce. I know I want to, right?
Today, episode 43, of course, we kicking out Black History Month, Lex. It's February 1st. And of course, we love to support small businesses, support our men and women of color. And, it's Black History Month, so it gives us more of a reason to celebrate the culture and especially everything we've been through in the last year. So, of course, on the show today, we have none other than our homie, C. Mars in the building, former SEC Hooper. I'm just playing. Former SEC Hooper, University of Georgia, from Georgia as well, Savannah. And she's in the building. She just recently relocated back to Atlanta, brought the clothing line and the fashion, which y'all are going to hear much, much more about. Now I've had the pleasure to meet her and really just get to see her brand. So I can't wait for y'all to hear about it. C. Mars, what's good?
That part. Thank y'all for having me too. I don't take this lightly. So I appreciate y'all for having me and kicking the Black History Month off with me.
Appreciate it. So, Sartorial Splendor, just kind of give the viewers and the people a little bit of kind of your background and your story, where you come from and how you kind of got to this point.
Well, just to keep it short, I'm from Savannah, Georgia. I was a hooper at first. I've been playing ball since I was like 5 years old. I played ball from 5 to about 21. I had hoop dreams. I went to University of Georgia with Andy Lander. Shout out to Andy. And I was anticipating to play in the WNBA, but life hit. You don't always have the plans. God got your plans. So at my senior year, I actually tore my ACL, so I didn't do my 5th year. I just felt like it was just time to go. So I graduated. And what's crazy is that I was a fashion design major. So I end up basically just pursuing that at the hoops. And so I'm here now.
I think that's dope. You made it sound so easy. So I got a question.
Okay.
When you made that transition, like I'm done with basketball, I'm walking away, like it's my time to do something different and utilize your degree and really follow your passion. Was it an easy transition?
Nah.
Because you made it sound easy.
I did. Because I don't want to be pessimistic, but actually when I was making the transition, I was depressed. I didn't know what was next. I didn't understand. I was kind of lost during that time. I was like 21 and basketball was all I knew, for like what, 25 to 21, when that's all you've been traveling the country, playing USA basketball, all American, what I'm saying? That's kind of scary when you don't have nothing that you can consider like, okay, well, this is my fallback plan. So the transition wasn't easy. I didn't know what I was going to do, but at the same time, like I said, like God always direct my path. So after I graduated from Georgia, I relocated to Atlanta. And I remember I had an internship. I was under Jason Scott. He actually have he's still my big brother. He have a clothing brand called Verdict still out. And I started interning for him when he was on Peter Street. And I was actually working at a coffee shop. So I go grind, because you still, at the end of the day, you still gonna have that greatness and you're gonna still have to grind. You're gonna still get up, do what you need to go do. So I get up at like 7, go to the coffee shop, be there at like 8 to 12. I remember it closed like at like 1. I close it, messing up them people coffee. Didn't know what I was doing. I was messing up.
I was like,
that part. But they kept coming back. So I guess it was just like my customer service. And then after I get off the coffee shop, I go straight across the street to Jason Boutique, and I just sit under him. And he used to be in and out, so he always have his manager there. So I was really under Michael. I forget Michael's last name, but Michael. And I would just breathe, eat, and sleep, and see what they was doing, and how how they do. How Jason was. He also did design too, so he'd be in the back making clothes too. But I had no idea that I was gonna be a designer. It was more so like, when I was in school, everybody always compliment me about my style, but that was just based off where I was from. So style was a big thing where I was from, not really materialistic, but stylish. And that's why I tapped into fashion design. So to answer your question, that transition was not easy. I would say that that was probably one of the darkest times in my life, but it was also one of the most beautiful moments because I was able to rely on God more and trust in him more. Right. And I'm here now.
Hey, that's super dope.
And a living testimony. Appreciate you sharing.
Man, for sure.
Story. We're gonna dig deeper, but Bug, I see your wheels turning. Jay, what you got?
Nah, I'm just gonna ask you, just kind of explain how you came up with the name Sartorial Splendor.
Everybody always asks me that. And what's crazy is that I still got the post on Instagram to this day. I think it was like January 2012. That's when like Instagram started popping, and like people were starting to get on Instagram because it was like Facebook, then Twitter, then Instagram. And so I think I was like sitting down. I love vintage magazines. I always been like a person like I don't like to read. I like to read, but I don't like to read all the words in the magazine. So I just always
pictures.
Yeah, I love pictures. I always love pictures. I always like going to. I'm go get the color book with all the pictures. I'm not going to get right. So I think I was reading like a vintage magazine, and I picked it up, and Sartorial Splendor actually was used in a sentence, and it wasn't together. And sartorial was used to describe a certain type of dress, because I went and looked up the word, and then splendor, it was used to describe like beauty. And so I was like, yo, this is dope. I don't know what it means, what it is, but I like it. And so I put the two together, and it said Sartorial Splendor. Now keep in mind, I didn't know I was going to have a fashion brand. I didn't know I was going to be a designer. I just took those two words because it stuck with me. And I would just say like it was the grace of God, like he was giving me vision. And I went and wrote it down, and I was like, yo, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I messed with it. So I wrote it down, and then I put it, I made it like, when you can write your notes, and I screenshotted it, and I put it on Instagram. And I think it was like January 11, 2012. And and I remember I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna use this. And then like 2 weeks later, I started sewing. And I was like, I'm gonna name my clothing brand Sartorial Splendor. And I just went for there. So it was a vintage magazine.
Right. And so, I know a lot of your clothing has, that yacht club feel, the anchors, kind of,
that part.
So to kind of go with that. And also we have a question from Facebook. Brianna said, what inspired your designs and your choice of clothes for your brand?
What inspired me?
Cloths, not choice of clothes, choice of cloths.
I'm very I like textures. I like patterns. I like colors. I love boats. I love anchors. it always been attached to me because one, I'm from Savannah, and you know Savannah is on the coast, and so it's like boats, and you know I remember I was in middle school, and I used to always have to go across the bridge to get to school, to get to a good school. My mom had me going to a good school because you know I was from the hood, so I'm like going across the bridge to go to school, and like I used to always see boats and anchors and like water, and like so like seeing that was like a big part of my childhood, because it used to always make me feel good like when I was going to school. So I would just say like and my mom also, she's a tailor, she's a seamstress, and I would say she don't know it, but she also an artist. And so like growing up, she used to make me little it's seven of us, and I'm the youngest, so she used to make all our clothes country colors, watermelons on the fabrics and stuff like that. And it always would be colorful and have my bow right here. I'm like, Mom, and have me wearing stockings. So I think it started with her, like just always going to the craziest fabrics. So like, I think I'm inspired by my childhood. I think I'm inspired by everyday people. I think I'm inspired by like just a rich texture and just quality, honestly.
That's dope.
That's super dope. Hey, Boog, we got any questions or comments on Facebook?
That's what I was just looking at. Nope. Everybody said what's up. Denise said what's up from Indiana.
What's up, Denise? Thank you.
Bree said hello from Georgia. That's all we got on Facebook right now. That's
about it. All right. So before.
Go ahead, Lex.
That's all we got? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
My bad, it cut out. But before we continue, definitely want to give another shout out to the people that make this all possible. Orange Mountain Designs, Alexis Hornbuckle Basketball, Gold Standard Sports Performance, Just Pass It Tutoring, and also Sam Strong. So we thank you for supporting us, giving us this platform. Volunteer Roadshow, Bobby and Billy, we definitely appreciate you. And all those that are watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or if you just went to the volunteerroadshow.com, whatever it is, we appreciate
it. And speaking of Facebook, our A1 Maria Cornelius, who is the woman, she knows everything, but she said Andy Landers needs to wrap some of your clothes on TV.
That part.
For real.
He'll probably curse me out again let me get on the line. That part. But that's one of my my goals too, is to design for the WNBA and women, the NCAA women's, because I just feel like they leave us out, and we start to drip. You know what I'm saying? Like most, and this is just an opinion, I just feel like us as basketball players, women basketball players or athletes in general, like we start a lot of trends that we are not noticed for. And when they come down to our uniforms, I just feel like it's different levels of uniforms. Some girls like the way they pants tight, some girls like that loose, some girls might like them long shorts. So I just want to I want to be able to create that for the WNBA and women's basketball, just that fit and that luxury too. We fly and we can hoop, so that's coming.
Man, that's what's up. Hey, quick question. So, what was like your inspiration? Like when you look and sit down and make clothes or make a hat. I know you gave what you like and all of that, but like outside of that. Do you get inspiration when you travel, watch a TV show, when you read a book, when you listen to like, where else does your inspiration come from?
That's a great question. I would say like inspiration is everywhere. Is in like, not to sound so biblical or religious, but honestly, I feel like God give me vision. You know what I'm saying? You know how you just sit there one day and you just get a download. That's where I get the most inspiration. Like maybe you come in with that same hoodie and that hat, and I see the colors, and I might be sitting there and I'm like, yo, Lex, that's dope. Like the colors, And then God just gave me a download, and he just showed me a jacket, like how I can incorporate those same colors in the jacket. So it's really like my inspiration comes from every present moment, like everything that is in front of me, or if I'm traveling, things that I see, like culture, you know what I'm saying? How different cultures wear their clothes, or, you know, what they're wearing, and the colors they're using, and the textures they're using. Or it could be a situation, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember I was staying in New York, and I was so fascinated with this before, like everybody was doing the construction colors, you know. And I remember I was going to work. I used to work at the Beekman on Wall Street, and like my commute was like always 1/10 downtown. And so I'm always seeing construction workers and they outfits, and I'm like, yo, that's gonna be a collection one day. And so I remember every day I used to just study. I used to study the colors, study what they wearing and how they wearing. And of course, I did it, and Kanye, he took it, but that was inspiration. Like the things I see every day, like it could be the random stuff. It could be an ant on the ground. I'm like, yo, his butt big. I like the red on his butt. I'm hard to put that on the back. I mean, on the jacket. So I'm just real. I'm kind of like unique in that sense. Like I always let my creativity flow. Like I'm open to whatever God give me.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Quick question on IG. Maria also asked, what made you go to Georgia? Why did you go to Georgia?
Yo, that's a great question. Go ahead, Maria. I like that. Well, you know, I was coming to Tennessee. Alexis, I think you 2 years older than me. You class of 2004?
8.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like from high school? Oh, 4.
Yeah.
I graduated in 08 though.
Yeah.
Me too.
So I remember like my junior year. Well, Pat, and God bless his soul, beautiful soul. Pat was on me. Pat, Pokey, just to name my top 3, Pat, Pokey, and Andy. And Georgia was not I was not going to Georgia, but I played with one of my best friends since I was like 7. We went to the same community gym, you know, and then like she got an offer later on in her career. She's a year older than me. So she actually had got an offer later, and she graduated in 05. And so like everybody just expected me to do that duo. And I, you know what I'm saying, when you're young, you listen to everybody, you kind of like give people your power. And so like I remember Pat Summer, I remember like yesterday, she called me and she was like, well, what you gonna do? You know how Pat is. She's like, what you gonna do? You gonna come or you not? You know what I'm saying? Like time ticking. So I basically told her, you know, like I wasn't ready to commit or whatever. And I ended up going with Andy because of that duo. I ended up going with my best friend. So to this day, I really feel like I should have went to Tennessee, but you know, I ain't gonna regret anything. But I ended up going to Georgia because of my best friend. And she still ended up not playing.
With that, that's Maria, great. I'm telling you, she's like the journalist, and she knows everything. Mm-hmm. She said she wrote for Tennessee. How long, Lex? You know it better than
I don't even know. Maria, the GOAT. I know that. Like, I just remember Maria was at every practice. She traveled with us. She was at every game. That's all I remember. Like, I feel like my whole college experience.
Right. But I'm sure she'll drop it in here in a second. Don't be modest, Maria. But she said you got hurt in practice, which is awful, right before season. Did you know right away? How did it happen?
I didn't understand the question.
Regarding your injury. She was saying
oh yeah, because I never got hurt before. I never fell on that ground like that before. I never. Like, so when I fell, I was like, yo, did I get crossed up like that? Or did I just crack my knee? So when I fell, I was like, yeah, I knew. I was like, because I never felt pain like that. And I was like, okay, either I sprung something or something cracked. So it was instant, like I knew.
Yeah.
And I was like, you wait till my senior year to do this? Yeah. But it was all part of the plan.
Yeah, what's that?
Mm-hmm.
So I know you obviously recently, moved from LA to Atlanta. How was it having your business out in LA? Of course, being from the East Coast, but everybody knows, LA is a different breed. So how was it having your brand in LA and then moving literally across the country and now having kind of your home base, headquarters, everything in Atlanta?
How can I explain this without being wordy? Well, in LA, I would just say that I had freedom. I had freedom to kind of like, because LA is kind of like the land of artists. So I was able to kind of like, being that I'm from the South and I'm from a small town, Savannah, it's kind of it's limitations, but going to LA and you just free out there, I feel like that's when my brand grew the most, like with just creativity, because you free. And then coming back to Atlanta, I feel like I was coming home. I felt like I had more opportunity because, of course, like the cost of living in LA is more expensive. And when you're trying to build a brand, an independent brand at that, I, not to trying to get personal, but I front the bill when it comes to building Satori Splendor. I don't have any investors, so it's kind of like I'm doing everything myself. So in LA, is as an artist, is you got survival, and then you trying to build your brand, and then you have to work and hustle on the side. You get what I'm saying? Like nobody talk about that part. In Atlanta, and the reason why I made that move to Atlanta is because I just felt like real estate is cheaper here. I was able to walk right into a situation. Well, not literally walk into it, with time. And by the grace of God, I was able to go get my own store, boutique. I call it an atelier. So it was just more affordable. And I feel like right now, Atlanta is the heart of all things like entertainment. You know how like Hollywood is in LA. Well, they on pause right now. And Atlanta is like the capital, everything. Booming. And I didn't really realize that until I actually got here. And I was like, yo, everything is in Atlanta. Like,
there's so many movies and shows being filmed here. I mean, Coming to America too, essentially, it was filmed down the street. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously Tyler Perry Studios is on crack right now. So for lack of a better term, but you're right. I mean, there's so much happening in Atlanta. The music scene is never ending.
It's huge.
But yeah, you're right. Like it's definitely a hotbed for creativity and entertainment and fashion, everything.
So it's like the same connects and the opportunities and the resources I had in LA. Now I have it in Atlanta. Well, I'm building it now in Atlanta with affordable real estate, with affordable opportunities, where I'm not like paying $2,500 just for rent in LA, and then still trying to build my business and still trying to hustle. And, like, it's just, I feel like it's more realistic here, it's in Atlanta, and it's my home state. So, I feel like I'm supposed to be here doing it here.
Most definitely.
I mean, that makes sense. And not a lot of people get to either do it where they're from or go back and do it. So that's pretty dope that you're able to do that.
Thank you.
So I don't know if you know, but the collective Unfiltered is built on 4 pillars. You touch literally on all 4 pillars. Okay. So that's finance, business, athletes, equality, right? So you're a member of the LGBTQ plus community. You're an entrepreneur, business owner, right? Obviously you have to conduct your finances and have all of that in order, and your money's coming up and all that. So you know how to maneuver, you have financial literacy, right? And of course you are a former athlete. So you literally fit all 4 pieces that make our puzzle complete to our show. And you spoke a little bit about like the mental health issue, which I also have my mental health struggles with anxiety, depression. And I get it. Sometimes it's just hard to really separate what's real or what you're supposed to do versus what, your mind is telling you need to do and what God's telling you need to do. So, I definitely applaud how you're taking the direction of your life and how you know, allowing God to lead. I think that's pretty dope because a lot of people say they're self-made. And I get it if you didn't have family support or spousal support, but at the end of the day, you're still not self-made.
Right. I don't believe in that.
Yeah. And you talked about like the struggle of your transition from athlete to real life to your entrepreneurship. Like, we have a friend, his name is Derek Furlow, and he actually has a curriculum for how to transition like a champion in sports into like, I mean, he's like a OG at it. Like, seriously. Like, you need to go read his book. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell him he needs to send you one of his books. But this right here, along with the new online curriculum, he like has his own school basically. If you know anybody, any former athletes, or you want to partner up with him or do some things, I think that's a great person for you to reach out to. He's big in the community. You know, he grew up in Georgia. His story is crazy, but just check him out. But I think that's somebody you can collab with. And one of our fans said you need to connect with Shira Eli Gash, also former Lady Vol, but she styles a lot of WNBA,
right? Yeah,
NBA,
yeah.
you know, styles. Yeah. Styles. I mean, that's big sis. Shout out. We're gonna have her back on here.
She was one of my favorite players at Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like you, Candace. You know, I just like all the girls that kind of like get on the court and talk the shit, like, and then back up.
Shy gonna talk, boy.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shy is gonna talk, boy. She'll do nothing now, boy.
But I love it though. I love it because it make you like, all right, come on, let's get it then. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did see that she do styling. So I definitely think that would be a great connect. And I'm gonna look into that.
Sure.
Well,
so we'll definitely get you. We'll definitely get you linked up. And D-Lo watches a lot of our shows too. Yeah, we're gonna have to make that happen because I think that, you know, you can bring back his curriculum to your schools, your communities, people you know, LA, Georgia, wherever.
Because it's hard. It's definitely hard.
And y'all both are nationwide. You know what I mean? And get together and formulate even maybe some type of gear that goes with graduating after the curriculum. You know what I'm saying? So that was a freebie I just gave you. So you're welcome for that multi-million-dollar idea. I don't really do that. But for real, I think that's something dope. So off top, if you said, okay, I got one school, one community that I know could use this curriculum, who would it be? Who to help avoid the same struggles that you went through?
It's definitely gonna be my hometown, Savannah. Like if I had to go, you know, because a lot of people don't have the opportunity to go Division I. It's really transitioning from high school to high school to the real world if they choose to go to college. And a lot of hoopers I know is hood stars. You get what I'm saying? So they end up playing they 4 years in high school, beasting, doing their thing, and don't have the opportunity to go to college because maybe they got to go right into work. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different when you from that type of community and you need money. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta go do what you gotta do. So I honestly would take that curriculum back to my hometown because the struggle is real and mental health is real. Like, you know, all that pressure on you and just trying to situate yourself or transition into that. Even now, transitioning from 2020 to 2021, that's hard. You get what I'm saying? Like you have to have a certain posture to actually understand, you know, how to transition to stuff and let God show you who you have to be in a season. So, you know, just imagine a high schooler trying to go into the real world when you got real bills, real life. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of people not ready for that. So definitely Savannah, Georgia would be the first because I think it lacks that. And, you know, young adults need that education and knowledge.
I love it. We're definitely going to make that happen some way for sure. I'm going to ask the producer real quick. Do we have anything on YouTube? I mean, thumbs up, thumbs down?
No, not right now. We don't.
All right, cool. So before we start to, you know, have a little more fun and wrap up the show, I definitely, you know, thank you to all of our viewers, all of our fans. But listen, don't just watch it. like it, thumbs up, share it. You know what I'm saying? Help us grow so we can continue to bring you more and more content, more and more great guests like C Mars, and just making y'all more culturally educated about what's going on, and athletes being more than just athletes, and knowing that even though this is volunteer roadshow, and I and even C Mars are former SEC athletes, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's about education, financial literacy. It's about, people like Just Pass It Tutoring, our guy Nelson Garcia in Florida, who is virtual. You don't have to be from Florida. You can get tutoring in math in all ages, ACT, SAT, PSAT prep, and any of your math needs. And then Orange Mountain Designs, of course, Jaimel Johnson. Hey, what y'all got going at the Gold Standard? What's popping? I know you got something, but
I mean, it's the new year. We're trying to get you right. A lot of people think, "Oh, I want to be summertime fine." Well, honey, summertime fine starts in the winter, right? You can't get summertime fine in the summer, and then it be September. You like, oh, girl, you look back at the pictures, and you like, I got it too late. So, just really at the end of the day, just all your health and wellness needs, sports performance. You already know we get it cracking. That's what we got going over here. Got a couple things in the works, but can't let the cat out the bag yet. So keep posting.
I like that. I love building up that excitement. And of course, myself, Alexis Hornbuckle basketball. Yo, listen. I have a college prep program I'm releasing, but I'm only taking in 10 clients at a time because that's how dedicated and specific. It's a 6-week program. You're going to literally learn how to watch film because I'm going to watch it with you and teach you. You're literally going to have weekly check-ins because I need to know, is your mental okay? You're going to send me your film so that we can actually work on your in-game things through training, either via Zoom, or I have people that travel up to me or whatever, or local. But if we're on court in person or on court via Zoom, I'm going to help you get that college scholarship, or at least properly help you to properly position yourself. So holla at me. I think that's very important. Bobby, what's up, man? I see you back there.
Yeah, somebody, just as you asked if it's somebody on YouTube, somebody popped up. Tash says, how do you remain so dope and relevant in this crazy market?
I think that's a C-Mars question, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that could be all of our questions, but from the fashion perspective, you just got to continue to be yourself, be true. Don't let nobody put you in a box. Don't let someone give you an identity. You give yourself an identity and you just stand on that. And you just always be yourself. And that's going to always come off genuine. So you're going to always be relevant because you're going to always be necessary. Because you're going to give them what's not what you got, and that's probably nothing that's in the market. So that's how I stay relevant.
Good question.
Hey, drop mic. Here, I don't even get these out the way. I ain't even speaking no more. She killed it.
Look, see, you had to push it out the way. See, I can do the actual mic drop because y'all know I'm still over here with the starter mic.
It's okay, bud. What you
look? I still got the starter mic.
Get to the studio, son. What's up, son? What's up?
Podcast starter mic kit. Look, I'm gonna do one of them shits on Instagram where it's got the starter mic kit.
Hey, Bobby has Man, I still got mine. Oh, I took it. I travel with that one. That's my travel one now.
All right, I just went. Real quick, C Mars, we got a question on Facebook, and I got another question, and then we're gonna put you in the hot seat.
Uh-oh.
I thought it was already a hot seat, but okay.
No.
Oh no, this is the beginning.
So, Maria, always showing love. She said, "I love Mondays," and she said, "Thanks to y'all. I meet people I would not cross paths with otherwise." And prior to that, she said she would have loved to coverage you. Wish you were a lady ball, something along those lines. I missed it because it dropped away screen.
Thank you, Maria.
Catch that later. My question for you all that do not know, when I was living in Texas, coaching the University of Texas, I actually started following Sartorial Splendor. One day it came across my Instagram feed. Like I follow a lot of different little fashion things because I feel like I'm a fashionista. but I've been following it for probably like 2-3 years. And then Mars obviously brought the brand to Atlanta, and there was a post about, models wanted rolling out the fall 2020 line, fall winter 2020 line. And so I was like, let me just throw my name out there. I've done a little modeling. I'm not experienced anything. So anyway, long story short, I can. Long story short, went in, cool, like we just had a genuine connection, kicked it off, whatever. Came back, mauled the line. I had to purchase some things.
That part.
I got this, but the one thing, little long sleeve, got the logo on the sleeve right there. But
you gotta open it. Yeah.
I got it. Hey, I know it's
I'm just saying
sometimes.
You got the shit right.
But with that being said, one thing that I want y'all to understand about her line is it's literally handmade. Like my measurements, like she did the whole got your size here. And so like I want you to kind of explain to people like what is it like hand making luxury apparel? And you're obviously, when you guys see the line, there's so many different textures and fabrics, and she spoke on that. But what is it for you when you take someone's measurements and then you literally get to hand make it and deliver it? And, the quality of the product is A1, y'all. Like just literally when you receive your product is A1. So how does that process and that feeling for you?
That's a great question, Jay. Oh, that's a great question. Okay. So
when I put this shirt on, y'all, I said, oh, like it was tailored to me. And I was just like, come on now.
You got a nice silhouette. Like you shape like a guard. You know what I'm saying? Like you shape like a two. So you know what I'm saying? Like I love my whole purpose in this thing is transformation. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I'm a great designer. I'm a great artist, but the thing for me is the transformation part. It's taking the what I see in my head and then taking your body and putting it together so you could be comfortable but yet fashionable or stylish, however you want to say it. So I would just say the process is really just basically meeting my client halfway. As far as like transformation, I want you to, when you put on those clothes, I want you to feel like, okay, that's worth it. This quality, this dope, this stylish. Like I'm not gonna get this nowhere else. And like you said, like I do make everything, but at the same time, it's just like it's no different than like going to the gym and you got to put up them shots, 1,000 shots. You know what I'm saying? Like so with sewing is like when I first started, I didn't know anything. I taught myself how to sew. I was garbage in the beginning. I was like thread everywhere. Like it's just horrible. But throughout the years, like I think I've been sewing like 8.5 years. I would just say I've been putting them shots in. You know what I'm saying? Like when all my friends out, I'm sacrificing. I'm somewhere sewing. I'm at my desk sewing. I'm learning how to and I still be trying to crack codes as far as like the patterns, like because my whole point is to make you, if you come shop at Sartorius Splendor, when you leave, you gonna love the design, of course, but you're gonna love the fit. And being that I'm so tall and up top I'm shaped like a basketball player, that at the bottom I'm shaped like a black woman. I'm curvy, I got a big old booty, you know what I'm saying? My butt sit up high. So it's like it's hard to find clothes for us. You get what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I had to start sewing. I feel like that was part of my path because I always been kind of like very picky about my clothes. Like even since I was a kid, if my button's off, I got to get a safety pin and put that thing up right there. You know what I'm saying? Everything got to be lined up. I'm just that, So cracking the code as far as like, how to fit for us and stuff like that is more important than, to me, the actual creativity part, because the creativity part comes from God. Like he just showed me and I'm like, all right, God, I see you, but now I got to figure out with your help to fit. how is this going to help them be comfortable? How's, stylish, but yet, it fit to your arm, it fit to your the bottom of your sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the process is always it's rewarding to know that like you're going to be transformed throughout this process, and you're going to know it because you're going to feel it. So that's how I would answer that question.
It's dope. I like
Sorry if I was wordy.
Everybody that's listening to this episode right now and just heard the explanation, what goes in and your why, follow you and help support your business, but also just have that feeling. Because I checked it out a little bit, but the way you described it, I'm like, well, I need one to chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, damn, let me be a brand ambassador. What I gotta do? You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
What we gotta do?
Just give me your info after this.
Also, bet I got you. Appreciate that. But you got a client right now, Maria. She said my life goal is to have a tailored shirt one day. And Denise told her, I think you just found one. So Maria, link up with her. I think y'all would have a great conversation. She's just one of them people that you really want to meet. Very knowledgeable, very genuine, a part of the LGBTQ plus community. But most importantly, she like that crazy white woman that really black. You know what I'm saying? Like Maria gonna tell you like it is. She don't care. She gonna tell you, her family, her friends, the fans. Like she just gonna really speak that truth, and that's a major reason why she's family. She really is family. Like my parents love her. Yeah, you know what I mean? So definitely link with her. She'll definitely support your business. She supports anything minority, women. I mean, she's all about empowerment, and it's no bullshit. So if she say she got you and she want to link, she mean that.
I got you. Thank you, Maria. Thank you.
And then we do got a question for you. So Brianna Robinson said, Christy, what advice would you give to a young girl who may want to go into art or fashion design?
My advice, I would just say, don't be afraid to try both. Don't be afraid to do both. Don't limit yourself. Don't let somebody, don't put limitations on yourself first, and don't let anyone else put limitations on you. I wouldn't be here if I didn't try. You get what I'm saying? Like I started with basketball. If I would have thought like basketball is it, that's it for life. That's it. I wouldn't be sitting here talking about fashion, which is I'm still at all, about my journey, because I never thought I would be here. But my advice is to, just trust in yourself. Just trust in you. Try it. Have your faith and believe. Don't, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But at the same time, you just believing in yourself and having that faith is going to carry you a long way. So, if you want to hoop, go hoop. If you want to go, if you want to do the art side, try that too. And if you could balance it both, you could do it. Because at the same time, I could say Simone Augustus, she was a fashion. I think she tried it at one point, but she also played ball too. Kathy Poindexter, she hooped for the league for what, about 15 years, 12 years. And then she also had her styling agency that she was hands-on with for a long time. So that's clear indication that you could do both. So if you believe in yourself and you believe in the dream, or the dreams as in plural, do both. Go at both, and don't put limitations, and don't listen to everybody. Listen to yourself and listen to God.
Definitely believe that. Maria said, greatest compliment ever. Always love, from Volunteer Roadshow. All right, to wrap up the show, C-Mars, we're gonna put you in the hot seat. All right, so it's gonna be rapid fire questions.
I've been in the hot seat. My seat is hot.
It'll be real quick. I do 5, Lex do 5. So we're just gonna ask you 5 rapid fire questions. Whatever comes to your head, whatever off top of the dome, say it, and then we'll keep it going.
All right.
Cool. All right. Favorite texture?
Velvet.
Favorite type of food?
Pasta.
Velvet. Favorite place to shop personally outside of Sartorial Splendor?
Walmart.
Favorite shoe?
Jordan.
Yeah.
And to be specific, I think they're the Jordan 6s.
Oh, really? Your 6s? Hey, Carmine 6 is coming back, but he's back next month.
That part. I probably won't be getting them, but I love them.
And favorite color?
Red.
Boom. Georgia.
That's before Georgia, though.
No, it's fine. All right, Lex, you up? Let go.
All right, who's your favorite artist like that you followed or got inspiration from?
My favorite. Oh, I got that's a tough one. Can I say 2?
Yeah.
All right. All time is Jay-Z and Molly Music right now.
Okay. Jay-Z and Molly Music. Okay. Mm-hmm. Favorite place that you visited? Anywhere.
Mexico.
What part?
Tulum.
All right.
If you had one last meal, what would it be?
Shoot, can I compile a lot of stuff?
It's your last meal. You can get whatever you want.
My last meal gonna be macaroni, mashed potatoes, and fried chicken, and candy yams.
Black check.
It's Black History Month. We actually black.
Yeah.
Ho. Who says that's black?
That's country food. That's Southern cooking.
No, that's Southern. There you go.
I'll give you Southern cooking, but that's some soul food.
Then you missed the greens, but it's all good. I'm gonna let it slide. All right. Favorite water sport?
Oh, water sport. Shower. I can't swim.
I knew that was gonna bring up an ignorant answer. Like
but I can't swim. I'll be like, Lord, no, don't take me too far.
No, dude, jet ski, ride on the boat on the lake.
True story. When I went to Mexico a couple of months ago, they had me in that water, and I almost had a panic attack. Get me out. Put me back on that boat.
But that's so beautiful though. Like, how can you not like being on the water?
I do. In the boat though. In the boat.
Oh, okay.
Don't
like a speedboat or just a regular like pontoon chill type vibe.
Both. I love yachts. I love like little small boats. I just like I love water. I'm a Cancer. I'm a water sign. But it's when you put me in the water, what do I do? How do I come back up?
You like to look at the water. You don't love the water. There's a difference.
Well, that part then. Because I'm scared.
All right. Okay. So, all right. Last question I'm going to ask. What is your most embarrassing moment, like ever in life? I don't care if it was when you was a kid, college, or grown.
Ooh, I don't know if I should say all this, but I got to be honest.
The Collective Unfiltered. Let me remind you, you are on the Collective Unfiltered.
Oh, Unfiltered. Okay. Well, I think I was like 15. And my mama had me going into that beauty salon getting my hair done. I wasn't trying to do all that, but I think I was sick and I had a stomach virus. And I was telling my hairstylist, I said, I don't think I feel good. So she told me to go she had me under the dryer. I'm telling her the heat ain't doing well with my stomach. So she told me to go in the bathroom. So I go in the bathroom and I'm like, God, please help me. What's going on? And so like, I remember I was kind of dizzy and then like I just threw up. But as I threw up, I boo-booed too. But I boo-booed with all my clothes on.
You shitted in your pants, man.
Yeah. And so I had to, and then the hair salon was so packed. It was a bunch of women. I'm talking about every seat was filled. And I had to walk by everybody. And I was so stank. I was so stank. And I didn't have a cell phone, so I had to go back to my hairstylist to tell her, I was like, I need to call my mama so she can come pick me up. That was
man. Yo, Lex, I'm not
that's
gonna
the
best hot seat answer we've ever received.
Ever had so far.
Because they probably wasn't being honest, Busy. I'm honest. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth.
Yo, oh, man. All right. You got the title on the best.
Look, man, go ahead, Book. Go ahead. Wrap it up. You know.
But on some real note, C-Mars, we definitely appreciate you all. Love for sure. Y'all, please. It's Black History Month. I'm trying to support small businesses all month. So go check it out. C-Mars, while you got a chance, plug anything you have upcoming. If you have an open cause for anything, or whatever you have coming up with Sartorial Splendor, anything else that you want to plug, let them know your social media. We'll of course drop it in the chat as well. But just let them know what's up.
Okay, well, first off, I want to thank you guys, you and Lex and Bobby, for just having me, giving me the opportunity to, to share my platform, and to share my story. And this year, I got a lot of stuff coming up. So basically, in March, I'm gonna have a pop-up shop. But to stay up with the news and the events that I'm having, if they want to follow me on my business account, which is Sartoria_Splendor on IG. And then my personal account, which is CMars22 on IG. Feel free to follow me just to keep up with the news and the events and the releases, because I always have something dropping. And I would just say, yeah, that'd be the way. And I just appreciate y'all, just letting me share my story again. And Lex, I got you too. Just send me your sizes, and then I need your PO box or your shipping address.
All right, bet. I got you. I appreciate that too.
For sure, I got you. Now I ain't gonna be orange, but I got you.
Sorry. Orange. I don't always wear orange. I just wear a lot of it.
Okay, I got you though. I see you like gray, so I'm gonna look out for you.
Gray, black, red. Like, I love that.
All right, I got you.
So with that being said, y'all go check it out. Sartorial Splendor. On Instagram, Sartorial_Splendor. Please go check it out. Check out the collection. Support the cause. And if anything, just promote it. It is free to repost, to tag it. All those things are free. And it helps business for all of us. Like you said, Lex and I, we love to support small businesses. You have 3 SEC athletes, women, entrepreneurs, grinders, professionals. Please just support the brands. And that's free to do. Of course, if you want to add to it, donate, please do so as well. We're always appreciative. Next week, tune in. Let's go. We got a hitter coming through. So let's go. Let's go ahead and take them out. What's good?
All right, y'all, man. Again, we appreciate y'all coming through, watching episode 39 featuring C-Mars. Go check out 39.
39.
Oh, Lord.
We know she's sleeping all the time, but we didn't know she slept through 4 episodes, Jay.
Hey, Bobby, cut this out after the live and put it together. All right, so thank y'all for... All right, number one, thank y'all for everybody that's tuned in, locked in, and watched episode 43 with C-Mars and her brand Sartorial Splendor. Go check that out. Go support. And, when you watch us and you tune in and you listen to us, make sure you do one thing. If you don't do nothing else, be unfiltered in your truth. Always.
That part.